Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Garcia. I was born June 27th of 1989. So that means my birthday is actually in 3 days. So if anybody would like to give me a gift, I do love shoes. So my birthday is in June. June is also a National Mental Health Awareness Month. And mental health, what that means to me, it's very important to me. I grew up, before I became a nurse, I'm currently an RN. I always wanted to do something as far as like being a psychologist, being a counselor, just helping people in general, even a preacher. So growing up, some of the shows that I liked, they were all based on mental health. Like I liked Psych, I liked House. And my favorite show was Criminal Minds. So currently, like I said, I'm an RN. I work at the Big Spring State Hospital. That is a psychiatric mental health hospital. And it just means a lot to me because you get to help people from all various backgrounds, all various men and women that have been through some very traumatic situations. And the reason why it's important to me because a lot of these people, they've gone through things such as PTSD, sexual abuse, physical abuse. And, you know, as the way I see it is if that were to happen to an adult, something traumatic would happen to an adult, it would be hard for them to process it at their age. So when it happens to children, their brains are still developing and it's even harder for them. So what I see a lot in my hospital is they grow up and they try to cope with these things. And what do they usually use? They use drugs, they use alcohol, they use all types of things. So you combine the traumatic background with substance abuse, it usually ends up in mental health disorder. So that's why it's important to me. They all share a common background. And what I see too is especially with men, sometimes it's very hard for us to open up. It's hard to open up about our problems because we're raised in a society where, you know, you have to be macho, like it's feminine, you know, so to speak, to speak about mental health and to say you need help and you need problems. So that's kind of how it was when I was growing up. But I started going to church and I started being around people and they started showing me that, hey, it's okay to express how you feel. It's not feminine to talk about your feelings. So that's why, you know, when I became a nurse, I wanted to go back into mental health and to help people, you know, build up. Because for me, myself, when I was young, I struggled with a lot of mental health issues as well. I grew up with a disability in my hand, so I had a low sense of purpose, low sense of worth, low self-esteem. I was constantly picked on, so I didn't think, you know, too highly of myself. And then about 10 years ago, I went through a, you know, crazy traumatic situation. And to be honest, I really didn't want to live at that point. But, you know, because of the community that I put myself around and being able to be helped and freely discuss my problems, I was able to overcome those types of situations. So that's why I became a mental health nurse, to try to give back and to try to show men and women that it's okay to be vulnerable and it's okay to talk about your problems and there's other people there to help and build you up. So that's my speech. I hope you enjoyed it.